Good evening, this is Nicolina Nix, and you're listening to Women, Wit, and Wine. Tonight is, for me, it's a solo show. I don't have a guest, but, I wanted to talk about my subject. Tonight's topic was in regards to soulmates. Do you really believe that they exist? I know that for me, I don't know so much that I believe as much as I used to. I think I remember my first movie that I ever saw that would give you the impression of what a soulmate was it was a movie, it was in the 80s, and it was called Somewhere in Time. And the premise of this movie was that the male character in the movie went to a hotel and found something that he was actually attracted to in a painting. And when he found a penny, he found that he could travel back in time to meet this person. And he discovered his soulmate. I think many of us have this idea of what perfect love is. And, in that we think that it's our soulmate. And there's so many different types of soulmates. And for me, one I can say is that, we have karmic soulmates. We have the twin flame, as well as, several different types of soulmates. So we kind of have to ask exactly what is your definition of a soulmate. For me, it was something that I found was somebody that came very naturally, and to me it was almost like we fit like a glove, discovering that the person that I believed to be my soulmate was a little more broken, and maybe if that person was or is my soulmate, not ready for me in this lifetime. So I can say maybe the next. So, I've read many books, and one of the books that I read is called, The Soulmate Secret, and it's by Ariel Ford. And it talks about the laws of attraction and how we can manifest a soulmate. And sometimes there's the possibility that a soulmate can come from something that is even completely unexpected. Sorry, I had a moment here. You have to be open to meeting somebody. For me, it was absolutely unexpected. It was a connection that I had as a thing. It was raw and it was real. But it felt very natural, and I felt finally one time in my life that I was at peace. And that's a different type of feeling. I think that I've always had relationships to where I could always see the next person down the road. The next partner in my mind. I could imagine this person. However, when I met the face that I believed to be in my dreams, it was very different. It was very different. It felt natural. I don't remember where they started and I ended when they were holding my hand. And there was almost this electricity that flowed between the two bodies, the two beings, and it seemed to feel so natural. So really, one of the things in my research after the end of my relationship was that I would read a lot of books. And this Soulmate Secret was one that was talking about how we can manifest, a soulmate. One way that we have to do, in the laws of attraction, it definitely talks about how we have to quit sending out the vibration of what we don't want, and send out the vibration of what we want, of what we do want in a partner. I think we spend a lot of time saying, oh, I don't want somebody that does this, and I don't want somebody that does that. I don't want somebody that's cheap and frugal. I don't want, somebody who is a couch potato. I don't want somebody that's a sports fan. But then when it comes right down to it, we're attracting exactly we're telling the universe what we don't want, because we're raising that vibration. So it's almost like when you're saying, I don't want to be broke anymore, but you're always broke. We have sent that vibration out into the universe. So we're always having a struggled relationship with money. So it's a matter of sitting back and turning our perspectives to become something different. So when we're trying to, instead of looking for a soulmate, we need to figure out how to manifest that soulmate. And one way that we could manifest is deciding, and it's definitely sitting down and writing about what we don't want in a relationship, so we can get that out of the way. Let's figure out what it is that we don't want in a partner, and then look at what we do want, and raising that vibration of what we do want. So, and for me, I'm not real sure where I'm at, when I want a soulmate, and I know that I have had people that have said, another good example of a movie was called, Practical Magic, and how she basically wrote a list of everything that she wanted in a partner that was so far out of reach, and at the end of the movie, she had everything that she wanted in this person. The partner came to her. So by writing it down, she put it out into the universe, and it was manifested over time. So, I believe that you can manifest your soulmate into being. It might even be the partner that you currently have. And so if you have that, and you have a good relationship, you don't know. You actually might have that soulmate. When we discover a deep connection, you have to be comfortable in your own skin, because if you don't love yourself, you're definitely going to be attracting what you don't love in yourself to make up for it. So you have to come to this point where, loving you comes naturally, effortlessly, and, transforming you to allow yourself to attract the type of partner that you want. I mean, when Matthew Hussey was talking about how when we're looking for a partner and we say, oh, we want these qualities, I want him dynamic and intelligent and smart. And again, this is another type of manifesting, and it's the manifestation of the qualities that you want in a partner, the qualities that you need to also exhibit. So I think by doing that, I mean, if you're looking for a man with confidence and you don't have confidence, eventually that seesaw that you sit on will never balance. You will always be down when they're on and up, and you've got to figure out how to make that work for yourself. So, when we do our work and we love and nourish ourselves, we fill our soul and fuel our fire. And that's when, and if they come along, you're ready. You're ready for this person. You're, you have to decide what it again is what you want. And, some of the elements of a soulmate is it's definitely something, it's an inside job, and for me, describing that soulmate for me was definitely a difficult process. I couldn't even begin to express the profound lingering emotion I felt that even in writing poetries and letters and a book that I wrote, no words could truly encompass where my euphoric emotional being was when I was in that moment with I had as my soulmate. I mean, because I can remember meeting him and once we were together, I found that that was that face in my dreams. However, it's not necessarily that person was, I mean, it's interesting because that person may not have been who my soulmate was. It may have been what I believed to be my soulmate. And, I mean, where things seemed to flow when the end came, I allowed it to break me. And that for me is not something that you want to manifest in a partner. I mean, you don't want to give that in power to somebody. So, but it's definitely something that you fall in love with somebody with all their flaws, everything about them. It's not that they're perfect, it's that they're perfect for you and with you, and they make you want to be a better person. And that whole thing is just actually intense. So I don't know of if a soulmate exists, but I do think that we can manifest partners. We can manifest what we want in a partner, the qualities, the features, and sometimes when we think about what we want and when we get it, it may not even be what we truly want. So, know that there's this sense of security, and when you are with the right person, things can flow naturally, and you become this union. So, you know, it's a little weird right now. This is actually my first show that I've done by myself, so just forgive me. I kind of feel like I'm rambling a little bit. You know, I read the Soulmate Secret, and one of the things is in the book, it talks about you know, what it is that we want to look for. What are the qualities? What's the top 10 qualities that you want in a partner? You know, and for me, heck, I don't even know my top 10 qualities. I definitely like to pretend that I have some great qualities about myself. And again, you know, this is where that the qualities that you want in a partner are qualities that you need to exhibit in yourself. You know, so, I mean, if you want somebody that has integrity and honesty, then that's definitely the quality that you need to definitely have about yourself. So I know that when, you know, through this book that I read, you know, it talks about how we need to listen, and we can hear, you know, again, it's the laws of attraction, and it's about manifesting. It's about finding out, you know, am I still carrying the baggage from past relationships? Because I know that for me, I probably am somebody that was guilty of that baggage, and, you know, not forgiving the people that I've been in relationships, and, you know, being angry with them. And because I think that if you still have that anger for somebody, we're still investing emotion into it, a past relationship, an ex-husband, an ex-wife, a friend. So you have to figure out a way to come to terms of being at peace with your past relationships. You know, I can't say that I'm angry any longer or hurt. But I do know that I did my best in leaving my relationships, maybe not perfectly, but definitely the last 3 years has been a very good healing process for me. And, you know, I find today that I do take one day at a time, and I go through my day wondering if that does exist. I mean, I've read articles where we find our soulmates, and you have a runner and a chaser, and usually it's because the runner isn't really ready to accept that other partner as a soulmate. That was a very actually interesting article, because it was something that talked about how many times when people find their soulmates, because they're so similar and it's almost too comfortable, that it's almost scary, to the point that one will be a runner, and in terms of denial and not wanting to be in that relationship, because it's terrifying. It's emotionally overwhelming, and sometimes it's almost that you can't breathe So you have a runner. And so you have to figure out, as the other part of this connection, is to determine, is it worth chasing? I don't think that relationships should be chased. I believe that they should come naturally. I don't think that they're always 100% perfect. I do think that we tend to have this idea of a relationship and think that it's, or the soulmate relationship, and think that, oh, if I only found my soulmate, this is how I'm going to be happy. I've known people to do vision boards. These are parts of laws of attraction. So you, create. I one time I did. I created. I'll admit it. I created a vision board, and I had it up for about a year, and I took it down, and because I realized after the year it really wasn't what I wanted for myself. It's what I thought I wanted, but it wasn't really what I wanted for myself. So you take a vision board, and in taking this vision board, it's to manifest the qualities of what you want in a situation, a relationship, and what it is that we're looking. And so we piece this together. It's like a collage. You remember making collages when we were children in grade school? We always made collages, magazines. You cut out magazines. You look at magazines and you find these magazines, and you start creating this collage of what you want. Well, the other way of doing that is, I know that, through the Soulmate Secret, they have a love mandala. It's called a love mandala. And, when they tell you that you create this mandala, you need to color with intention. And with every color that you put into it, you think about what you want in your partner, the good qualities, the positive qualities, the, respect, love, honor, humor, athletic, what it is that you want in your partner. So when we do that, we start emitting that into the universe. So you have to ask yourself, what is it that we want in a partner? And so we write that down, and we figure it out, and we start manifesting the person that we need in our life, not so much in appearance, but in emotional support, intimacy, communication. We can manifest that in a partner, and I think that is definitely an attainable goal for most of us. When I talk about soulmates, it's not just, soulmates are not necessarily just about love. They definitely are something about, you do have a romantic soulmate, and, but they may not be your forever, your twin flame. It may be just something that is there to teach you this powerful lesson, and we have to be open to that. We have to hear what the universe is telling us. And in some instances, some of the relationships that we end up in, that there's a great connection and they don't work out, it's to help us to learn to see what what it is maybe we don't want, to help us define that idea partner. And that's definitely the one thing you can see as a soulmate. Another type of soulmate is one that allows you to be who you are. That's your twin flame, and definitely they are the person that they don't bring out insecurities. They actually help them go away. They'll bring out the best in you. They will make you want to bring out the best in you. And they're happy with who you are, and when they look at you, they're looking at all of you. You can see yourself in their eyes, and that's something that is something that's very important in a relationship. Is I have had several relationships where I felt like I was much more of an object than I was a whole person, and so, the goal is you want somebody that sees you in whole. And then, another type of soulmates is our friends. We definitely come in and out of life with friends that again teach us lessons. We don't even have to connect every day, but we know that when we come in contact with them, we feel a very deep, moving emotion in our lives because that person has helped to make our lives better or helped to show us something. We do have the karmic soulmates, and in karmic soulmates, they are in karmic soulmates, they're the people. They are the people that we've done something wrong in maybe a past life, and we have to repair something. I mean, for me, I'm a believer in reincarnation, and so I believe that if we do something wrong to somebody, we will be reincarnated until we finally get that right. And again, I just, no, I don't think if I find my soulmate and it doesn't work out, I'm out of luck. Because again, we have several soulmates in a lifetime. We have one twin flame. There is one twin flame, but we can have several soulmates, but you have to be open to it. You have to be wanting a partner, and you have to, again, exhibit the qualities in yourself that you want in a partner. So, every other person is just a distant second. Yes, no, it depends. I mean, sometimes being a soulmate does take work. It's not like, oh yeah, everything's perfect. Hey, I met you. Shake my hand. Oh, I love you. Life is great. It's not always that. Sometimes finding that right fit is hard. It is definitely a journey. When I talk about the fact that I had found what I thought to be a soulmate was not the case for me. I now know that, again, I don't know that I was okay with myself. I was wanting somebody else to make me better. And, if I can't love me, then how can somebody else love me? I can't possibly give my all to somebody and not get it back. I mean, you can't pour from an empty vessel. So you have to continue to fill yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to nurture yourself. You have to appreciate who you are and what you bring to the table as soulmates. I just think in terms of what does it mean to me? I don't know what it means to me. I think that relationships are work. I think that we can definitely, again, sit down and write down what we don't want in a partner and address that and put that aside. Why is it that we don't want this in a partner? Was it because, maybe you lived with somebody that was very frugal and, your parents were poor, or, why is it that you think that you don't want somebody who likes to drink? Is it because, whatever, maybe you had a bad experience with alcohol. Maybe you had parents that had bad experiences with alcohol. So you write these down, and you have to kind of resolve those issues with what you don't want in a partner. And then I think that many times, that can fall into place because you then start to realize what you do want in a partner, what you're willing to work with, what is acceptable to make a good, positive relationship. I mean, the key is that we always consistently have to grow, and a soulmate will encourage you to grow. It becomes a good, positive experience. And I'm looking at my windows right now, and my dog's looking at me. Sorry, guys. So, but I think that for me, again, ask yourself, what do you want? And I'm kind of repeating myself here because I don't know. I admit it. I am used to having other people here and not just talking to myself. And I'm kind of just talking to me. I mean, think about this. I mean, here is, a list of what a list of you'd want in a soulmate is. Yes, I would want somebody charismatic, emotionally available, articulate, funny, generous, smart, supportive, independent, kind. I know that for me, I am a very nurturing person in when I've been in relationships. But I also think that I have been a selfish person sometimes. And, for me, maybe at that time it just wasn't the right relationship. So we ask ourselves, how can we manifest our soulmate? Write your list. Write the qualities that you want. Figure it out. And definitely be open to the fact that it might be somebody that you don't expect to be your soulmate. I mean, it could be the guy at the coffee shop that every day that gives you your coffee and says, "Hey, have a great day." You just don't know. We don't know. And for that, I think that's definitely a goal that we want to have in finding a partner. If you're looking for a partner, and if you're not looking for a partner, even for a friend, we can manifest those qualities in our friend as well. I want the type of friend that would put in as much time in me as I would put in them, and definitely I'm a go to bat for you kind of a friend. get together. I mean, do I have to talk to my friend every day? No, but I'd like to know that as a friend, I could depend on them. If I call you, you'll call me back. If I text you, you'll text me back. You'll make time for me. It's about making time. And really, I mean, it's kind of like, if you think about it, it's kind of like going to the gym. Do I want to go to the gym? No, I make time to go to the gym. Because it's about what you're investing in yourself. You have to invest in yourself and not spend in yourself. Because when we invest time, we're cultivating something. We're growing. It's like a relationship. So when you invest time in a relationship, you're cultivating a relationship. But if you're just in a relationship just to spend time, you're not growing. So when you're meeting people and you're putting time in them, you have to ask yourself, am I investing my time or am I spending my time? Because if you're spending, there's a loss. So in this that I say, hey, I'm going to wrap this up here because it's going to be a short show. I just think that we're capable. We don't have to constantly look. Looking is definitely, it's like looking for your keys. When you're looking for your keys, you can never find them. But when you relax and you breathe, it falls into place. And that's very much like relationships. When we're looking, we're grasping. We're grasping for somebody to love us. But the key would be to relax, breathe, and let everything fall into place. Because it'll happen when the time for it is to happen. So with that, I'm going to wrap this show up a little bit early. This is Nicolina Nix, and you're listening to Women, Wit, and Wine. And my next show, I'm hoping my guest will be someone here to talk about relationships. My next topic is it's called Too Good to Leave and Too Bad to Stay, and it really is based off of a book that I read about relationships and how a lot of the times we don't see the signs of which way we would go in a relationship, in a marriage, and hopefully, definitely, my guest will be here. A counselor will talk about good options to go through. So we'll see you next week. And this is Nicolina Nix, and you're listening to Women, Wit, and Wine. Have a great evening.